Hey everybody, it's InnoVision! And with the Xbox full screen experience being rolled out to pretty much most handheld gaming PCs and even some desktop gaming PCs, it leaves something to be desired. I don't know about you, but one thing that would make the Xbox full screen experience much more enjoyable for me would be to replace the startup app. Don't get me wrong, the Xbox app is leaps and bounds better than how it used to be, but there's other experiences that I much prefer, like Steam Big Picture Mode, or even better, Playnite, that would make a much better replacement as the startup app. In today's video, I'll show you how to set up the Xbox full screen experience, how to install and configure Playnite as your PC game library manager, and I'll show you how to replace the startup app with Steam Big Picture Mode or Playnite. Stick around, cause you don't wanna miss any of it. As we get started, I just want to make everyone aware that we have a community Discord server for our subscribers. For any subscriber of the channel, you can join Discord for free. And we even have membership tiers now. It's only $1 a month. By being a member of the community, you're supporting the growth of the channel, the community, and the outreach of the type of content and videos that I can keep innovating on. And not only that, by being a channel member, you'll have access to private chats in our Discord server. And I want to know from all of you out there, what would be your preferred startup app? If you could pick any app in the world to be your start app for the Xbox full screen experience, hit me up in the comments section, let me know. For those of you who are not familiar with Playnite, it's a front end or game library manager for Windows that aggregates metadata from all your game libraries into one consistent location. It was created and it's maintained by Josef Nemec, an amazing developer. In fact, Microsoft, if you're watching this right now, you should take notes from what he's doing. You should even offer to acquire his technology from him. From my perspective, he's schooling your whole team of engineers in terms of what the ideal gamer experience should be when you enter your console. In a moment, when I set up Playnite, I'll be aggregating my game library from Steam, Xbox, and GOG. This should give you a pretty decent example of how to get everything up and running, but you can also import Epic Game Storefront, Amazon, and a few others. All right, let's do it. So the first thing we're going to want to do is just make sure that Windows is completely up to date. Mine is up to date. If you're on a gaming handheld PC, if you're on Lenovo specifically, make sure Legion Space is up to date. If you're on a ROG Ally, make sure Armory Crate is up to date. And for the MSI devices, make sure your Claw Center is up to date. Any gaming handheld PC that's on a current version of Windows, if you go under this gaming setting over here on the left, you'll notice the topmost option is full screen experience. And to enable it, you just select the home app. And in this case, the only app I have installed right now is Xbox. You'll toggle this enter full screen experience at startup here. Now, for anybody who doesn't have this full screen experience option up at the top, this could be a gaming PC or a laptop or any other Windows PC. Have no fear, you can go over to 8-bit to Qubit's GitHub repository, and there's a tool for enabling the Xbox full screen experience. I'll leave a link in the description of the video, as well as a link to an existing video that I have that shows you how to use this tool. But the idea is you would just go to this release. Look at this, there's a companion app called Omniconsole. That's what we're going to be talking about for the rest of this video. How to set that up with Playnite or Steam Big Picture Mode or the Epic Game Store. But for anybody who needs to enable the Xbox full screen experience, scroll all the way down to the bottom of this page. You'll download this full file. An important note here, if you had to use this tool to enable the Xbox full screen experience, you must leave it installed, because if you uninstall it, it removes the experience. And so if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments section or check out the video I have that shows you how to install that. Now I want to download Playnite because that's my preferred game library manager under Windows. For anybody who's never seen this before, I'm going to walk through how to install it and set it up here. If you already have Playnite or you know how to install it, you can go ahead and skip ahead to the next section of the video where I show you how to set up Omniconsole. But this is a really nice tool. I figured I'd make a video about it because I just set everything up on my device. So I'm clicking open here. It's just asking how to install it. I'm going to install it system-wide, but you have this option to do it portable. So I'm going to click install. I'm going to let it do its thing. And it'll take a few minutes. And see, it already created my icon here. And so now we're going through the first time configuration. Click next here. So I want to use Xbox and Steam. But if you have any of these other game storefronts, go ahead and select them now. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. and you'll connect your account. And so here you'll type in your email and your password to log in. And so once you've typed in your email and your password, it shows that the user is authenticated. And so now we can go ahead and click next. And now we're going to connect our Steam account. So for most users, you'll want to click this web login, authenticate. I actually have mine set up with an API key because I do development. And so you'll just go here and you'll scan your QR code with your phone. You'll be using the Steam app. You'll click on the Steam Guard tab in the Steam app, and it shows that I'm authenticated. It pulls in your Steam account ID. And so we'll click next. And now we want to connect our Xbox account. We'll click authenticate. And now you'll type in your username and password here. You should be able just to use your fingerprint if you're on Legion Go. And if you've set up the Authenticator app, you'll have to pull down one of the 6-digit codes. All right, and so now we're connected with the Xbox account, and we're done setting up the accounts. Now when you click on this little controller icon here, you can go to add-ons, and I want to add some metadata sources. They're just giving you a warning. Extensions can affect the performance. So I like to use this Steam Grid DB. So I'm gonna go ahead and install it. So I'm restarting Playnite now. And so now if we go back under add-ons here, and then metadata sources, Steam Grid, I have to add my API key here. So you'll go click login via Steam. And so you'll scan your QR code again. This isn't required. This is kind of just a bonus here. Now you would copy your API key. You paste it there and then hit save. So now that we've got our Steam Grid DB enabled, we're going to go under settings and then under metadata, scroll all the way down here because the thing that's typically missing is the cover art. And so I want to go ahead and add Steam Grid DB as an option here. And now I'll hit save. I want to change this to a grid view. And so it's just downloading everything. If you have a keyboard, you can hit Control D. And now it gives us this option here, all games from my database. Go ahead and click next and then download metadata. Now, if you don't have a mouse and keyboard, in order to refresh the metadata, all you have to do is tap on the controller icon here and then go to library and then download metadata. And it brings up the same menu as if you hit Control D on a keyboard. So it takes a while to download here. Another final thing that I want to do is go into settings here. And under the general tab, I want it to go ahead and launch in full screen experience and launch Playnite when you start your computer. And I can close that now and see it downloaded Axiom Verge, the cover art there. We're back. We've got Xbox full screen experience enabled. We've got Playnite installed. The next thing we're going to want to do is enable developer mode. So we'll go into settings and then we'll just search at the top here, developer mode, hit enter, and it takes us into system advanced. We'll scroll down a little bit and you'll see developer mode here. Go ahead and toggle that on, click yes. And we only need this to be able to install Omniconsole. Once that's done, we can actually disable developer modes. Now, let's just assume everybody has Xbox full screen experience enabled, and now we want to download and install Omniconsole. So I'm going to download the files we need. So we're going to go under releases here, and we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there's 2 files we need to download. We need to download the developer's certificate. So click on this. It's going to complain, hey, this might be a harmful file, but I want to keep it. And then we're going to download this installer file. So the next thing we need to do is install the developer certificate that we downloaded from the GitHub page. So we'll click on this .sir file and saying, hey, it's from an unknown publisher. We're going to go ahead and click open. Then we're going to click install certificate. This is important. We need to select local machine instead of current user. And then it's going to say next. We'll click yes. And so it had to run it with elevated privileges. So we're running it as an administrator. This step is important. We're going to want to click place instead of automatic, and then click browse. And we're going to go down to trusted people, select that, click OK. Now we can click next and then click finish. And at this point, it's saying it was imported successfully, so we'll click OK and click OK. Now we can go on to install Omniconsole, and we're going to run the installer, which ends in this .msix. So go ahead and load it. Now in my case, I already installed it. If you don't have it installed yet, the only difference is this will say install instead of reinstall. Now this is an important note here. If for whatever reason the install button is grayed out, that means that there was a mistake made in the previous step, which is enabling the developer certificate. You'll want to go back and check those steps, but here it looks good, so I'll click reinstall. Click reinstall. It's ready to go. Search for Omniconsole here. We get Omniconsole settings. If it's your first time installing it, it's going to actually bring this up automatically. If for whatever reason it doesn't bring it up, you can search for Omniconsole settings. And so I have Steam, Xbox, and Playnite installed, and those are my options here. By default, it wants to pick Steam with big picture mode, but I want Playnite, and so that looks good. I'm going to click exit. And then the last thing we have to do is set Omniconsole as our startup app. And if you click on the Omniconsole app, it automatically takes you to that. So we can click that. And so we'll just select Omniconsole, and everything looks good here. At this point, you can reboot and you'll boot into Playnite, Steam Big Picture Mode, or Xbox app, whichever one you want. All right, so we've got our Xbox full screen experience up and running with a twist. Playnite is our front end and our startup app. All of my game libraries installed. All the metadata has been downloaded. I'm pulling in game libraries from 3 different storefronts. We've got Steam, GOG, and the Xbox storefront. And to switch what app is used for Xbox full screen experience, it's as simple as going back into our Omniconsole settings. And let's switch it over to Steam. And now we'll reboot. Look at that. Omniconsole's bumping Steam Big Picture Mode. Boom. So cool. Now, SteamOS is still my preferred daily driver in terms of handheld gaming operating system, but being able to use Playnite with the Xbox full screen experience has been completely game-changing. In fact, I'm finding I'm spending just a little bit more time under Windows. How many of you out there prefer Windows or SteamOS? Hit me up in the comments section. Also, let me know what you'd like to see as an Xbox full screen experience, and let me know any other interesting topics you'd like me to cover. It's through your communication and engagement I'm able to make amazing content that we can all enjoy. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. That way you don't miss all the amazing tech, toys, and gaming tips we've got coming down the pipeline.